Republicans and one Democrat are blocking efforts to stop crimes against humanity in Gaza. And Congressman Mark Pocan weighs in on his thoughts on what's going on in Palestine. Check it out. Leave your comments, ding the bell, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Kimon in Dayton, Ohio. You're on the air with Congressman Pocan.
Yeah, I would like to know, because it's my understanding that a Republican wrote a letter to Mike Pompeo encouraging him to threaten the World Court because against prosecuting Israel for their war crimes against the Palestinians. And some Democrats have signed off on that letter also. I'd like to know who they are and why they're doing this.
And the letter again you're referencing, I'm sorry?
He said it was from some Republicans arguing that Israel should not be brought before the World Court for what's going on in Gaza and the occupied territories.
Yeah, I haven't seen the letter. I mean, I can tell you, I led the first delegation in Congress to go into Palestine. Now, I believe 3 years ago, maybe it's 4. I'm really bad at time when it comes to that. But, we had a group that went in and, we could not get into Gaza. They turned us down, the Israeli government, which tells me that conditions can only be so awful that they don't want people to see it. And, of course, we have seen footage from within Gaza that has come out. There's no question that the conditions are not they're a humanitarian crisis, I would argue, especially in Gaza. And watching the continued land grabs and what they're doing is going to make it impossible to have peace in that region, which is why we need an adult as a president who doesn't just want to pander, which he's been doing with many of his actions around the Middle East. So, I haven't seen the letter, so I can't comment directly to it. But, I have seen folks who've lost their land in the West Bank to these settlements illegally going in. I think that we should have a very different dialogue going if we're ever going to have peace in that region. And, the situation in Gaza is especially horrific on many fronts. You've got, half the people on food assistance, 95 to 99% of the water you can't drink. And the water is sold by, as I understand it, the political leadership of Hamas, which doesn't help either, because that's also part of the problem. I mean, there's a lot of issues that we have to address in that area. And I think for anyone to have a letter, if the way the person's explaining it doesn't make any good sense.